Hello everyone. Neptune retrograde, its energy shifts, and my guidance to you if you're of a particular zodiac or if your rising sign is in that zodiac. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, this retrograde is focused on refining your energy. Neptune will temper Aries flame into something more balanced. So, the goal is not to abandon your dreams but to ensure that they are genuinely yours. So by now you all must have come to know which where the Neptune was in your natal chart or birth chart, or you must have found out what was your rising star or the rising sign. So you need to read both the signs, one in which your Neptune was during your birth time, and one where the Neptune is in your transit. So, reading both the signs will help you come to a conclusion of what needs to be done at this particular moment, or how to take advantage of these next 6 months when Neptune is retrograde. So, if you're an Aries rising, Neptune is definitely in your first house of identity. So you're undergoing a deep spiritual redefinition of yourself. You may feel more sensitive, intuitive, or even unmoored at times. So let go of outdated self images and embrace a more soulful version of who you are. If you're in the Taurus rising, or if you're a Taurus, so this is a mystical, introspective time for you. Old karmic patterns may surface for release. Solitude, dreams, and spiritual practice will be especially potent, so watch for escapism or emotional whelm, because Neptune is moving through your 12th house. If you're a Gemini or of a Gemini rising, Neptune is affecting your 11th house of friendships and visions for the future. They are under review. So you may feel disillusioned with certain social circles or inspired to connect with more spiritual aligned communities. If you're a Cancer or a Cancer rising, Neptune is affecting your 10th house of career and public image. So you might question your professional path or feel called to pursue more meaningful creative or healing work. So avoid chasing illusions. Clarity will come with time. If you're a Leo or of a Leo rising, this transit activates your 9th house of beliefs and higher learning. You may feel drawn to spiritual studies, travel, or philosophical exploration. So be mindful of false gurus or overly idealistic worldviews. If you're of a Virgo or a Virgo rising, Neptune is in your 8th house, stirring deep emotional and energetic transformation. Intimacy, shared resources, and psychological healing are the key themes. Trust your intuition, but stay grounded in financial matters. If you're of a Libra rising, or if you're a Libran, Neptune is retrograding in your 7th house of relationships. So you may see through illusions in partnerships, romantic or otherwise. So this is a time to seek soul level connections and release codependent patterns. So if you're if you're a Scorpion or of a Scorpio rising, Neptune is affecting your 6th house, brings a dreamy, sometimes confusing energy to your daily routines and health. You may crave more meaning in your work or feel called to the healing arts. So watch out for your burnout or boundary issues. If you're a Sagittarius or of Sagittarius rising, your 5th house of creativity, romance, and joy is lit up. So this is a beautiful time for artistic inspiration and spiritual play. But be cautious of romantic idolization or escapist tendencies. If you're a Capricorn or of Capricorn rising, Neptune retrograde through your 4th house of home and roots. So you may feel nostalgic or uncertain about your senses of belonging. This is a powerful time to heal ancestral patterns and create a more soulful sanctuary. If you're an Aquarian with an Aquarian rising, with Neptune in your 3rd house, your communication style and thought patterns are shifting. You may feel more poetic or intuitive. but also prone to confusion. So, journaling or writing down or taking up art or even getting into spiritual art of living can be deeply healing for you. If you're a Pisces or a Pisces rising, Neptune retrograde in your second house of values and self worth, you're being asked to reassess what truly matters to you beyond material security. So, this is a time to align your resources with your soul's purpose. I have a little ritual for Neptune retrograde, which I myself am going to practice, and I am sharing this practice with you because it does do a lot of good to me. So, this water and fire ritual helps you release illusions while clarifying your authentic dreams. Perform it during the first week of July as Neptune stations retrograde, or any time you need clarity during this transit. Whenever you feel a little confused, you could get into this ritual. Take a white candle, a bowl of water, paper and pen, a fireproof dish, rose petals or lavender, which is optional, whichever you can take. The ritual that I do is I begin by creating a sacred space in my office only here where I'm making my videos. I create a sacred space, and whatever way that feels right to me, I light incense, play soft music, or simply take 3 deep breaths. So I light your white candle, representing the clarity that you seek. As you watch the flame, set your intentions. I release all illusions and embrace my soul's true dreams. So basically, you're concentrating and listening to the diktats of your heart, which is actually the pathway to success. So write down any dreams, goals, or beliefs you've been holding. Be honest about which ones excite your souls versus which one comes from your ego or a desire or a fear or others' expectations. So take your time with this process. Again, I will say, write down your dreams, goals, or beliefs that you've been holding. Be honest about which ones excite your soul versus which one comes from the ego. Don't try to prove things. Do things because you truly feel from your inner core. Hold the paper to your heart and thank those dreams for showing you what needs to be done or what needs to be seen. Some taught you about yourself, others showed you what you truly want by contrast. So tear the paper into 2 piles: dreams that still resonate with your soul and those that are ready for release. You prepared 2 chits, one that you're ready to release and one that resonates with your soul. So take the pile of illusions and burn them safely in your fireproof dish. As they transform to ash, feel yourself releasing that attachment to those false dreams. When it's cool, add the ashes to your bowl of water. Place the papers with your soul aligned dreams under the candle. These stay with you, clarified and blessed by the process. So if you have rose petals or lavender, add them to the water with the ashes. Take this mixture outside and pour it into the earth, returning these transformed illusions to be composited into the new growth. So you've just washed it away in your garden or in a pot or whatever. So spend a few minutes visualizing your authentic dreams as already real. Feel them in your body. Let this feeling guide your actions moving forward. So close by thanking Neptune for its clarifying wisdom and extinguishing your candle. Integrating Neptune's retrograde wisdom is also very important. You need to integrate it in your mind and your heart. This Neptune retrograde offers a very rare gift: the ability to see through the fog and recognize your soul's authentic path. Use this time to journal regularly about your visions and notice which ones consistently bring a feeling of alignment versus those driven by external pressures. So create a practice of checking in with your body when making decisions. Listen to your body and listen to what it tells you. Trust me, you'll never go wrong. Your soul speaks through physical sensations. A true dream will feel expansive and grounding simultaneously, while an illusion often creates anxiety or a sense of forcing because ego comes into play. Remember that releasing illusions isn't failure, it's growth. Every dream you let go creates space for something more aligned to enter. Every fantasy you release brings you closer to your truth. So, as Neptune moves through the retrograde journey from the fierce clarity of Aries to the intuitive wisdom of Pisces, you are learning to be both warrior and a mystic. So, you're discovering how to take inspired actions while staying connected to your deepest knowing. So, this transit teaches you that the most powerful dreams aren't the loudest or the most dramatic. They are the ones that consistently whisper to your soul, calling you home to yourself. Trust what remains when all illusions fall away. That's where your magic begins, and that's where your magic lives actually. So, as you integrate Neptune's clarifying revelations, let yourself linger in the spaciousness created by letting go. Notice the quiet stirrings of anticipation, a sense that just beyond the dissolving mist, a new current begins to flicker. The cosmos is shifting. Your intuitive clarity is about to meet the electric winds of change. So prepare to welcome Uranus as it changes signs on the 7th of July and allow this transition to spark a fresh curiosity in your heart. The ground is fertile for innovation, conversation, and discovery. Remain open and alert for my next video, which is on this Uranus, which is changing sign. So it's a perfect calibration where Neptune is retrograde, so you are from the realm to reality, and Uranus teaches you how to discover. Your next breakthrough is awaiting for you. Always stay blessed.